I get asked pretty regularly what my camera setup is and what's on the front of the bike and all of that, so we'll just sort of take it left to right. Of course, I have my mirrors, and mounted to my mirror, unfortunately, this is my greatest loss. I'm having a hard time with it. Mounted on this GoPro clamp was a Insta360 with a 360-degree lens plugged into permanent power, which cycled on a 1-minute loop. And since it takes pictures in every direction, and anytime I stop it, it would save the last minute and a half or so. It was the perfect thing for catching those unintended things like, bears running across the road and things like that. People ask me, how'd you get that shot? This thing is looking all places at all times. Unfortunately, the mount cracked and it hit the highway, and it is in several pieces. Next up, we have another Insta360 1R. This one does have all its faculties about it, but it is just a flat, plain lens, obviously in need of some cleaning. But this is good. I use this at times when I want to go down a road and catch the angle of bank and all of that, as opposed to helmet cam. Up here I have an Insta360 X2 on this bar. This one does a couple things for me. I can twist it and extend it out, which I can get up above my head height, or at least above eye level, which is really nice because a lot of times when you're on bridges or things like that, you'll see a beautiful landscape off to the side, but when you look at your camera, all you've got is the guardrails because it's not high enough. The other thing is this one, since it's looking in all directions, is my sort of Izzy cam and can catch her. Down here, clip to hold money and things like that, Izzy stickers. About the only thing I can see if I look down is my speedometer, but I use my Garmin Zuma XT for my speed 99% of the time, so I don't even really notice all of this down here. I can't see my lights down here, neutral indicator and high beam, low beam and everything, so I have to look around all of this stuff if I want to see it. It'd be worse if this was in landscape. And of course my trusty cell phone here, which can be pulled out to grab quick shots. I'm going to change some things, and it'll make a little bit more sense. Going over the helmet though, this is one thing that I'm using real regularly now. This is it's Innova 5, I believe is how it's pronounced, and this is probably the best little helmet cam I've ever come across. You can turn it on with one push and it sends a strong vibration that's on. You click it, and as soon as you turn it on, it's taking video. You click it once and it takes a picture. If you click it and hold it, it turns off, and it has a different vibration pattern. So you don't have to look at any lights. You can tell what it is, and it's looking where you're looking, and it works real well that way. But the thing that's a huge advantage of this is, one, it's super well sealed. This comes off in two parts. This is a battery on the back. It's good for about 6 hours. But there's another back, which I use frequently, which just plugs in and has a cord off of it, plugs into a USB port, and full-time powers it. When this is running, it saves everything in 1-minute clips, which are really easily to edit together if you need to, but it saves them in 1-minute clips. The nice thing about that is I plug it in, and I plug it in so that it's powered and turn it on and ride all day with it. At the end of the day, you're going to have like 300-400 clips, if you're 5, 6, 7 hours on the road. So how do you sort through them? Anytime something interesting happens, right as it happens, or if I just want to take a picture, I just take a picture. The pictures are saved in a different file, and all the things are time-stamped down to the second. So it's really easy. I know that something interesting happened during that time that I took that picture, so I whip over to that 1-minute video clip and pull it up. It's kind of taken the place of my poor Insta360, which I lost, and I'm still mourning about, but that's about it. The only other camera that I have right now is the one I'm taking the photo with now, and I'll show you that in just a second. I guess I'll grab my cell phone camera. But I am getting an Olympus TG7 only because I want something that I can like hang around my neck and do point and shoots really quick, and it's like indestructible. You know, you can practically drop it on the highway at speed, and it's waterproof and all of that good junk. So that's what I have, and like I say, I'll show you this little Feiyutech camera, which is on a gimbal and smooths things out very well. I like it. So let me grab my other camera and I'll show you that. This is a little Feiyutech camera. It's a camera on a gimbal. You'll see that, you know, it maintains and stays steady. I've got it now right now to follow, but it follows and smooths everything out really well. Yeah, it is kind of a copy of a DJI, I think an Osmo 2 or Osmo 3, but it works very well for less money, and it can be run remotely. It will track and follow people. It has, you know, many features to it, and I'm real happy with it. So anyway, that's my camera setup at the moment. I'm gonna pick up my Olympus TJ7, and I wish I had the money to buy another Insta360. God, I missed that one. Anyway, that's them.